line with the commitment of all policymakers. In order to accomplish the vision and mission of UNPAD, to be excellent university in conducting a world-class education that is able to support the nation's competitiveness through a quality learning process and innovative research. The representative learning facilities and strategic campus in the center of Bandung City, Bandung Regency, and Higher Education Zone in Jatinangor, Sumedang make UNPAD as an excellent university in conducting education, research, and community services. Through its best programs enabling to fulfill the needs of society, nowadays UNPAD has 16 faculties and 1 postgraduate school, totally consisting of 152 study programs. Faculty of Law, Faculty of Economics and Business, Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Science, Faculty of Agriculture, Faculty of Dentistry, Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Psychology, Faculty of Animal Husbandry, Faculty of Communication, Faculty of Nursing, Faculty of Fishery and Marine, Faculty of Agricultural Industry Engineering, Faculty of Pharmacy, Faculty of Geological Engineering, Postgraduate School. Realizing the importance of learning process, curriculum and learning method are continuously developed in order to adjust the dynamics of stakeholders' needs. Nowadays, UNPAD has used student-centered learning method. That is, learning method focuses on students as the base to actively involve in developing knowledge, skills, attitude and behavior with competence-based curriculum. Supported with professional faculty members and staffs, UNPAD is capable of generating competitive and characterizing graduates. Until now, it has registered 10,000 of students from all over Indonesia and hundreds of international students studying in Universitas Padjadjaran. To optimize the education and learning processes, UNPAD is supported with various representative supporting facilities, such as library, Basic Science Service Center, Language Center, e-learning, Teaching Hospital, and Dental Hospital. In addition, UNPAD is also equipped with student dormitory, health facility, sport facility, campus transportation, banking, hall, and entrepreneurship facility. Such various facilities are supported with the utilizing of information technology. Besides supporting the academics quality, Universitas Padjadjaran also fully supports the activity of student character building through some student unit. As a part of society, Universitas Pajajaran absolutely realizes that its function is limited not only in teaching, but also social and cultural aspects. Some social activities, society empowering, and research implementation have been conducted to give real benefits for all society. Universitas Pajajaran, straightening and developing together with society. From West Java, for Indonesia, to the world through SDGs.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Hello?
Fine.
Okay, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Naila Alicia, but you can call me Naila. And today I will be your MC for today's event. Today I'm going to be your master of ceremony for today. And it is an awesome and precious chance for me to be your master of ceremony in this morning on Monday, the 23rd of this November 2020. In our today's big event, Tin Agroindustrial International Week 1. Okay, you can always send me your reaction with the emoji, like clapping. Thank you everyone. Okay, don't forget, at the end of today's event, there will be taking absence tendency. So don't forget to check your chat column. First of all, let us say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has been giving us mercy, guidance, happiness, and healthy so we can attend and participate in this event without any obstacles until now. Okay, before we come to the main session, let us start this by praying first. So the event that we will hold on this day will run well without any trouble. Pray based on individual beliefs begins. Amen. For today's event, there will be some rules that you will have to agree. Okay, now allow me to read all the rules. Number 1, participants are required to use their own real name for the name format. Number 2, participants are required to turn off their microphone, but you can also send me the reaction and turn on their camera as long as it doesn't interrupt the event. Number 3, it is required to participants who turn on the camera, they are not allowed to show things that are not proper to watch. Number 4, participants are prohibited from using the share screen feature unless allowed to. Number 5, for participants who want to ask questions, there will be a Q&A session in one of the sequence of today's event. Number 6, for participants who want to ask questions, please fill in the chat column with name_question. And your questions will be read by the moderator, or the moderator will call your name to ask the question. Lastly, there will be a photo group session at the end of today's event. That's all for today's rules. Be sure to follow the rules, okay, for people? Okay. Next, we will have recitation that will be led by Akang Majid. Oh yes, also in West Java, we usually have greetings like Akang means older brother and Teteh means older sister. We usually use this in our major or maybe faculty because it is your usual behavior. Okay, to Akang Majid, the time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب. الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون. وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض. ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. صدق الله العظيم. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much to Akang Majid for the recitation. Now we are going to listen to Indonesia Raya together, which to be led by Teteh Emma. Is Teteh Emma here?
Yes, hello.
Thank you. Okay. To Teteh Emma, the screen is yours. Thank you, Teh Emma, for leading us to listen to Indonesia Raya. Okay. Next, we are going to invite Akang Muhammad Lutfi Abian as the project officer to give a first speech to Akang Abian. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Naila. First of all, I want to say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, dear our honorable guest, Mrs. Aida, representative of the Faculty of Agro-Industrial Teknologi, Universitas Pajajaran, Mr. Karisya Amaru, Head of Department Agro-Industrial Technology, Mr. Tiska, Head of Study Program, Mrs. Frimandawati, and also the lecturers from Agroindustrial Teknologi, Universitas Pajajaran, whom I respect. And last but not least, all of the participants who attended this event. Well, it's an honor. It is honor for me to be here, standing here, giving some speech words to all of you. As a project officer of this event, first of all, I'd like to appreciate to all of the committees who really commit in this event from the beginning till now, such as Bilam Samosir, who is our person in charge in this day, and the others that I can mention one by one. And I want to say thank you to all of the support system, our lecturers, and of course, all of you guys to come here to join in this spectacular event. Tin Agroindustrial International Week is a new event managed by Himpunan Teknologi Industri Pertanian to enrich our knowledge, to give us more insight, and to give a chance to share new and innovative experience. We believe that with this event, we can also grow our empathy and our initiative to bring new and better things in this world. So there are a few things that I want to say. We, as the new generation of the disruptive era, living in a disruptive era means that living in a complex world. There are so many things that change. So many things needs to be fixed, but first of all, there are so many things to be known and to be learned. As a new generation, we realize that we live in our environment. We live in our ecosystem. Being denial to resist that environment is not an important thing is totally wrong. Let's say that we want to be an entrepreneur. We need to know that our market research based on our product. Let's say we want to be a scientist. We need to know how our invention can be applied and be accepted. Our environment helps us to bring more and more knowledge. It also contributes to achieve our goals. But in other ways, have we given our impacts to our environment? If not, let's ask ourselves what's the purpose of living here? The reason we are being created to disrupt or to build or to be passive and watch all of these things change. Then realizing that we need to act, we need to change. What change is it? It is called as innovation. Innovation will help us to solve new problems, to bring new things better, and help us to facilitate our needs. That's why I hope with this event, we can discover new things here. We can realize how important our role in this era and how we change the world to a better place. Well, I think that's all from me. I'm sorry for having my long speech. And last but not least, I welcome you again, all of you, and don't forget to enjoy this event. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam warahmatullahi.
Everyone can send a reaction to Akang Abian. Woo. Thank you, Akang Abian, for sharing with us and his amazing hard work to make this event running smoothly. And don't forget about the other fellow teams as well. Okay, without further ado, the next one is speech from Akang Muhammad Raka Nur Al-Fajr as the CEO of Himatain. To Akang Alfa, time and place is yours.
Hello, Naila. Excuse me,
Yeah.
is my voice in and clear?
Yes, I can clear it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Naila. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Dear representative of Dean Faculty of Agro-Industrial Technology, Universitas Pajajaran, Mr. Harit Amaru, Head of Department Agro-Industrial Technology, Mr. Stansiska, Head of Study Program, Mr. Efri Mardawati, lecturers from Agro-Industrial Technology, Universitas Pajajaran, who I respect. And our beloved speaker today, Mrs. Aida. Hello. The super team Abian and Maul, who are really cool. They work 24/7 for this awesome event. Oh, I love them so much. And all my dear friends, thank you very much for participating in our event this morning. A special event which is part of one of Himatain Unpad Endgame. In this event, with the existence of multinational cooperation, hopefully we can open the door to the international world as widely as possible. In the next step, we can explore a lot of the outside worlds that we might have always dreamed of. Is there anyone want to Malaysia, Philippines, or any other country? So come on. I challenge all my friends here who attend this event. After this event is over, I hope someone will tell me, "Fuck, I have arrived in this country, and there are several other countries that I will visit." It's an honor to be able to hear that. Okay, I think that's from me. Thank you very much and enjoy this series of Teen Agro-Industrial Week 2022 events. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, Naila, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Kang. Thank you so much for your speech. Next, we have Dr. Efri Mardawati as the chairman of the study program to give a speech. To Dr. Efri, time and place is yours.
Thank you very much, Naila, for the opportunity and the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Greeting from Agroindustrial Technology Study Program UNPAD, Indonesia, to all of us. Dear Dr. Aida, as a speaker from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, and Dr. Hanilyn Aguilar Hidalgo from Central Bicol State University of Philippines. Academic staff, committee, students, ladies and gentlemen, praise and gratitude we present for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because for the abundance of His grace we can hold this event this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to welcome you all to the Teen International Week with the theme Agro-Industrial Technology, Innovation and Commercialization. On behalf of organizing committee, I'm Efri Mardawati, the head of study program of Agro-Industrial Technology, Universitas Pajajaran. I'm grateful to the many experts who have come to share their knowledge this week. We would like to say thank you to our Dean who cannot join with us today because there is assessment of Dean candidate at the same time today. Our academic manager, Bapak Karistia Amaru, PhD, our head of department of Agroindustrial Technology Department, Dr. Tensiska, and of course to Dr. Aida and Dr. Hanilyn who have agreed to fulfill our invitation. Last year, our department staff and I went to Aida office at UIT Mara to visit the Technopreneur Center of UIT Mara and her product, Una Coffee. Yeah, she will introduce you about Una Coffee later. And Hani also ever came to UNPAD last year when being a speaker in our summer course program, collaborate with Safe Network. On the next Wednesday and Friday, we also invite speaker from Kasasat University and Tsukuba University, and also international student organization. I also express my gratitude to the committee, Abian, as the PIC, Alpha as the head of Himatain, to all of the lecturers, to the student and the academic staff who have attended this event today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Teen Agro-Industrial International Week event is a half-day program in this week, created by Agro-Industrial Technology Department with an audience of our students. Our goals are to enrich students' knowledge about the prospect of agro-industrial and to raise students' awareness of the subject of agro-industrial problem, agro-industrial innovation, technology, and commercialization in particular. In addition, this activity is also an implementation of the independent campus program, Freedom to Learn, launched by Ministry of Education. The students being able to learn out of campus up to 3 semesters to do 8 activities, and exchange ideas with various experts in many fields. We hope this event can bring many benefits for the students and can lead to further collaboration in the future. Hopefully, we also provide a valuable opportunity to arrange a collaboration program. For example, make a student and staff exchange program, internship program, the exchange of research, or joint publication, so that this program can be the beginning of the student learning at the global level to increase their knowledge internationally. Finally, I would like to thank all those who participated in this morning's activity. Hopefully, all of you enjoy the Teen Agro-Industrial International Week program until the end of the event. That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Dr. Efri, for your amazing speech. And also thank you for taking out of your busy schedule. Thank you for being here. Okay, next we have Mr. Horisya Amaru as the representative of Dean of Faculty of Agro-Industrial Technology, Universitas Pajajaran, to give a speech. To Mr. Aru, time and place is yours.
Thank you, Naila. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, all of you. Here I represent the Dean who cannot attend because currently there is another program which is also important, which is the assessment of Dean election. Yeah, yes, now is the election for our next Dean. Firstly, I want to welcome to our beloved invited speaker from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, Dr. Aida Firdaus. From Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Philippines, Dr. Hanilyn Aguilar Hidalgo. University of Tsukuba, Ryozo Noguchi, Doctor, yeah. Thank you for your time and knowledge sharing with us. And also the Honorable Head of Study Program, Dr. Efri Mardawati, our colleagues and students from Faculty of Agriculture, Industrial Technology, and participant of TIN Agro-Industrial International Week. This program, Agro-Industrial Technology Innovation and Commercialization, held in 3 days, November 23rd, 25th, 27th, 2020, through the virtual Zoom meeting. The aim of the program are to broaden, of course, the student insight about the prospect of agro-industry and raise student awareness about agro-industrial problem, innovation, technology, and commercialization in various countries. In addition, it is hoped that this activity can produce cooperation within the universities and overseas communities to open view and pathway for our students to carry out activities on the international scale. I hope in this occasion we will get new information and knowledge about current situation and find the solution how to handle this situation. Thank you for joining, and I hope all of you can enjoy this program. Congratulations to Dr. Efri Mardawati. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Aru.
Thank you, Pak Aru, for your speech. I would like to say thank you to Pak Aru for taking out of busy time for you. Okay, now we have come to the main part of today's event. Before that, allow us to proudly present to you a video about agro-industrial technology of Universitas Pajajaran. For the operator, you may share the video. Sorry for Anggita, you may share the video for the video about agro-industrial technology. Okay, thank you, Anggita.
Agro-Industrial Technology Study Program is one of the study programs in the Agro-Industrial Technology faculty. The Agro-Industrial Technology Study Program was established in 2013 to provide solution to the needs of experts for agro-industrial technology in the industrial world, especially in the small and medium industry sector in the context of developing technopreneurship. Agro-industrial technology divide 4 fields of study. The first is agro-industrial system. Agro-industrial system studies include production of or manufacturing systems, transportation system, optimization system, information systems, work procedures, quality control systems, and agro-industrial products. The second is agro-industrial management. Agro-industrial management studies how to plan, organize resources, process resources, and control process from raw material resource from agro-industrial product to produce semi-finished or finished goods. The third is agro-industrial process technology. Industrial process technology. Agro-industrial technology studies include creating new technologies, improving existing technologies, new natural materials, and byproduct utility. The study develops technology to increase added value, community welfare, and national competitiveness. And the fourth is bioprocess technology. Agroindustrial bioprocess technology. The studies develops bioprocess technology to increase the added value of agroindustrial product into products needed by the community. These studies include bioprocess basic concept, biorefinery and bioeconomy, biowaste and bioenergy, bioindustry in agroindustrial sector.
Thank you, Anggita, for sharing the video. That was a video about Agroindustrial Technology of Universitas Pajajaran. Now, I'm going to introduce Miss Desi Nurliasari as one of the moderator for today. How are you, Miss Desi?
Hello, Naila.
Hello,
I'm
Miss
good.
Desi. Thank you for being here, Miss Desi.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking
Naila.
out of your busy schedule for being here today. Okay. Miss Desi is one of the lecturer of Agro-Industrial Technology in Universitas Pajajaran. So today, Miss Desi is going to be the moderator. Without further ado, thank you. The time and place is yours, Miss Desi.
Okay, thank you, Naila, for having me here. Honorable Dr. Aida from Universiti Teknologi Shah Alam, Malaysia. Dr. Hanilyn from Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Philippines. Academic staffs, Mrs. Evry Mardawati and Mr. Aru. Students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you doing? Hope you always stay safe there. However, due to this pandemic, this is the most possible option for us now to do the virtual talk show. But I hope that we will get many benefits from this virtual talk show. First of all, I would like to say welcome to the first day of the Agro-Industrial International Week. It's my pleasure to be a moderator for the first session on sharing the information about business innovation on agro-industry. As we know that agro-industry is one of the profitable business like food industry, personal care industry, and the others, because they can fulfill our daily needs, right? Also, agro-industry is a very stable business, even our country has been hit by economic crisis. So, in this occasion, we will have a great presentation from our speaker, Dr. Aida Firdaus. But before the presentation begins, I'm going to read Dr. Aida's CV. The committee, please for sharing Dr. Aida's CV on screen. Okay. Okay, we start from her educational background. Dr. Aida pursued her bachelor's degree in food quality management with the predicate of honors from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. She completed her master program in food science at UKM and also doctoral program in food and enzyme biotechnology at UPM. Dr. Aida has also served as head of innovation creativity at UITM and technology at UITM, also advisor of Persatuan Teknologi Malaysia Alam Malaysia. She also has achieved many of awards and other accomplishments in international, national, and local. Some of Dr. Aida publications include Synergy, Yuna Coffee, one of product that commercialized, and antioxidant from different parts of bamboo, and many more. She is also active as invited speaker in conference and seminars. Because of time limitation, I'm sorry I can't read more details. I'm so sorry, Dr. Aida. Maybe that is for her CV. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Aida Firdaus. Dr. Aida Firdaus, the screen is yours.
Yes, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to everyone. Thank you, Miss Desi. Alright, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, amma ba'd. I would like to say thanks to UNPAD for inviting me to the Teen Agro-Industrial International Week. The honorable VIPs, Pak Karista Amaru, Dr. Efri Mardawati, Dr. IR Tansiska, all lecturers, speakers, the organizing teams, the excellent one, all right? And to all students and participants. So thank you so much for inviting me. Inshallah, I will share a little bit about my experience and hopefully it can help you to have a better view on what is actually out there, right? Okay, so let me share the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, very clear.
All right.
Aida.
Okay. Okay, inshallah, I will just start this. Yeah. Thank you so much for the introduction, Ms. Desi. So this is me and Dr. Efri, right?
Hi, Dr. Aida.
Yeah, this is how.
Nice photo.
Actually, this is not the first time we met. Last year, this is I think This has been like few times. Before this, we started with Safe Network, and then we have contact each other. And when Dr. Efri came to Malaysia, we invited her and the team. But I couldn't find the other photo. Sorry. So I have this photo in our office, Una Coffee office in Shah Alam. Okay, Alhamdulillah. And today I'm here with all of you, right? So just Miss Desi already introduced about me. So basically, I'm a lecturer, food science and technology lecturer in Faculty of Applied Sciences, Universiti Teknologi Mara Shah Alam. But at the same time, also a founder of Una Coffee, which is the product from the startup of UITM. Right? And I also actively involved with the industry as a consultant for few quite a big company like Bussiness is the main company who produce paddy, right? And then Kulem Berhad, QSR brand who owns KFC, Pizza Hut, Ayam Mas in Malaysia, and then Chicken Cottage, Bonuda, and so on. I also enjoy doing community services. So Indonesia is very close to me. I started going to Indonesia in 2014. So since then, we built a very good relationship with Sumatra Barat area, right? And also did some program in Malaysia as well. And I left to make new friends. So happy to know all of you, right? Okay, so this is my educational background. I don't have to read it again. So let me play a short video about my company, yeah?
Coffee is the second most popular drink after water. 3 out of 5 people drink coffee every day without realizing the adverse effect of excessive caffeine, such as increase in heart rate as well as blood pressure. Una Coffee is designed with less caffeine, high in protein, as well as infused with vitamin B complex that will give you the equivalent energy you need with the 3 to 4 cups of normal coffee. Our company, Fairfood Industries, is a startup of UITM. We're focusing in innovating and market functional food products which are healthy and affordable for people to enjoy. Una Coffee has been in the market for about 14 months. We received tremendous positive feedback from our customers. They enjoy the unique, nutritious, and amazing taste of Una Coffee while solving their problems of tiredness, fatigue, as well as micro-sipping while driving. Una Coffee also offers the opportunity to generate income. With more than 80 stockists and agents all over Malaysia, we aim to grow bigger in the near future.
Kadang-kadang saya tak sempat nak ambil sarapan. Jadi, saya bancuk Una Coffee dan ia mampu membuatkan saya kenyang dan memberi tenaga sepanjang hari. Hai semua, saya ejen Una Coffee. Okay guys, saya dah restock 3 kali. Dan kali ni saya restock 3 kotak sebanyak 200 botol guys.
We also offer training on premix beverages. If you have any thoughts in your mind, do come to us. We design drinks for you.
So basically, that is this is my company, Fab Food Industries, where we innovate and market functional foods that everyone can enjoy and get benefit from it. So our tagline is your perfect choice, right? Whenever you think of functional food, think of us. So this is our product. We have like 3 SKU, premix coffee in sachet and box, as well as in bottle, which is the concept is ready to mix, where people just add in cold water and shake, and then you can enjoy it. So what is best about this product? This product has been copyrighted, and we have copyright. So it is, you can enjoy it very fast, less time, less hassle, right? And it is easy to be prepared, as well as it's kind of healthy because we are using nano sugar, which is low glycemic index, high in protein, low in caffeine, as well as incorporated with vitamin B complex, right? I can say it is first kind of coffee in Malaysia, which combine the high protein from whey in coffee. Yeah, previously people only add herbs to coffee, right? And we also add vitamin B complex in order to give the energy booster effect. All right, so this is the advantage of the product. I will just introduce a bit about my product before I go to the main content of the lecture. Actually, most of energy product in the market, they contain high caffeine, because we know that caffeine will stimulate the nerve, will stimulate our brain so that we will be active, right? And then if you look at the energy product in the market, normally the caffeine content is more than 200 milligrams, right? And just imagine, sometimes people consume 3 to 4 cups of coffee, and then we take chocolate, and sometimes we enjoy cakes and so on, which also contain caffeine. These are the hidden amount of caffeine, which actually will give you the adverse effect, okay, of the excessive consumption of caffeine, which it will increase the heart rate, cause diuresis, as well as dehydration. There are also cases of sudden death where a teenager, there are 2 teenagers, they die because of caffeine overdose, right? So that is very dangerous. So our product overcome that problem, where we provide less caffeine coffee. However, it gives the same energy effect as 3 to 4 cups of coffee by the addition of whey protein as well as vitamin B complex. So all of this is the concept of functional food. Functional food means a normal food that we enjoy every day, but we incorporated with certain ingredients which is good for our health. All right, so just go through some of the innovation in the agro industry. So now the trend is people are going for functional food. All right, let food be the medicine and medicine the food, right? Be the food, right? For example, probiotic cultured drink, okay, like here very popular with Yakult, and then we have high calcium milk, which claim to increase the bone density. And then we have multigrain cereals, we have eggs with high omega, and then here is the dairy-free butter. So just imagine how they make butter, but it is not from milk, right? and then they have high fiber bread, and now we have a lab grown meat. This will be beneficial and enjoyed by the vegetarian people, because you cannot take meat, but when the scientists be able to grow meat in the lab, they will have the same texture, the same taste as normal meat. So you just imagine, you just pick from your lab whether you want meat or chicken, or maybe for the non-Muslim their pork, right? And we also see changes in food industry where people try to innovate a lot of new products from the, I can say, what is it? Is it past? Okay, cricket, right? Cricket. Kalau di sini dipanggil apa ya? Cengkerik, yeah, cengkerik. So cricket flour, it is claimed to be gluten-free, because we know that wheat flour contains gluten and some people are allergic to gluten. So they come up with this cricket flour where it has three more protein than steak. So this is the claim, right? But the question is, would you like to take this cricket flour product? If you ask me, definitely it's a big no-no for me, right? So, and allergen. There are also food innovation which based on the allergen-free. Okay, so we try to avoid milk, try to avoid peanuts, for example, soy and fish, and so on, for certain people who has a problem with allergic, right? And then we also have a special need food products. Special needs means it caters to a specific group of people, like vegan, okay, especially vegan, and then people who has diabetic, so they go for the optional sugar sweetener, like sugar-free, right? And then a gluten-free, because in some cases, people who severely has this allergic reaction, it will cause rashness and then so many other problems. Okay, right. And then look at these innovative food products. So it's very nice that you can have your butter anywhere, anytime, like you are having your lipstick. Okay, so have you ever think of this? Right? And then we have purple wheat noodle, where they get the natural color from I think from the yam. Okay, and this is the innovation where normally for instant food we just have it as it is, where sometimes it is at room temperature, but they in this product they provide candles so that you can enjoy your soup while it is still hot. And this is kamaboko or fish cake, right, made from surimi. And now they also come out with a simple thing, which is boiled corn atau jagung rebus, tapi di vacuum pack, so that the shelf life can be extended and it can be sold at 24 hours shop, for example, like 7-Eleven. All right, and then this is quite common. Rice porridge you can have instantly, and then microwavable rice. When I was in UK, I just bought this rice, so it made my life easy. Within the hectic time, I just tear it off and then just put it into microwave for a few minutes, and I can enjoy a very nice rice. And also the instant cream of mushroom. All of this is known as ready to eat food, right? And then we also have now the trend, people are going for waste to wealth concept, where we try to minimize the wastage and to use everything to make a full cycle of the usage. For example, this pineapple leaf actually can be converted into a molded pulp. Okay, kalau kita biasanya apa tu sarang telur, tempat yang letak telur tu kan, normally is made from paper, but scientists came out with the alternative where they use pineapple leaf. I work with one big company producing pineapple in Malaysia, south of Malaysia. They also report to me that they have a problem with discarding the pineapple leaf. So if we have this kind of solution, that will be great enough, because so far they just throw it away for animal feed. So kesian sama lembu, because every day they need to eat pineapple leaf, right? And then there is also issue in tapioca field, the waste, right? So they convert this to biodegradable plastic because it still contain high amount of starch, right? All right. And then as a fish waste, so now there's also a technology where they convert the fish waste into gelatin. So it can be a halal alternative to Muslim consumer. All right. And then in beer making process, there is also a waste from the cereal use. So they take it and they make into biscuit, right? But definitely as a Muslim, we cannot take it, right? And when we innovate something, we should be able to think about to align our innovation to sustainable development goal. They have 17 goals altogether, but I don't have the picture here. You can try to Google. And one of it is to end hunger or zero hunger. Because we know that in this world population, there's so many people, which is unfortunate. So by using the concept of waste to wealth, we could reduce this problem, right? Guys, am I talking too fast? Are you okay?
Yeah.
No,
All right. Okay, because I try to run over the time. Because I just got a notice from the minister that I need to be in Putrajaya by 12:30 instead of 3 p.m. So, wow, okay. So this is a quote by Steve Jobs. Innovation is the only way to win. If you want to be excellent, if you want to be on top of others, innovate, right? That's the key. Okay, so new product innovation process, they will be a bit technical because this is a kind of lecture. I just want to introduce you a brief concept from the idea generation into directly to the commercialization. What are these stages involved, right? First is the idea generation phase, where you do the idea brainstorming and so on, brainwriting, and then go for market feasibility, and then idea screening. I will go in deep for all of this. And then when it comes to the research part, this is where as a scientist or R&D manager, you need to conduct the product development and then go for the products testing by consumer. It depends on the product, but as for me in food area, we really need to give our product to the right consumer so that we can get the feedback, right? For example, if I'm promoting coffee, if I give a tester to someone who don't like coffee, they don't enjoy coffee, so I will get a negative feedback. So try to get the right target market, right? Now, this is also where you think about the shelf life of the product, the packaging type, and then after that, when you already complete your research part, you will go for brand positioning and the production, and then go again for the market testing. And only then, when you are confident enough, you can go for commercialization. So this will be a bit technical, but I will try to make it easy for you to understand. So in terms of during idea and market feasibility, you can refer to the Osborne creative problem solving process, where first you find the fact, right? And then you find the idea, and then try to come up with the solution. All of this you can do by conducting brainstorming, by conducting a brainwriting. Okay, instead of brainstorming, I'm sure most of you are familiar with brainstorming, but brainwriting is a kind of new thing. let's look at what is actually brainwriting is, right?
When I work with entrepreneurs, everyone knows they need new ideas. They're trying to come up with a new product and they want to be as creative as possible. So they call the most innovative people they know and they gather them for a brainstorming meeting. And this turns out to be a terrible idea. In brainstorming groups, we run into three problems. One is basically called production blocking. Not everyone can talk at once. So there are some people whose voices just don't get heard. And usually it's the introverts, it's the people who don't have as much status in the room, who might not be as confident in their ideas as their peers. Second problem is called ego threat. And nobody wants to look stupid. So which ideas do we hold back on? The most creative, the most unconventional. And you miss out on even more ideas that way. Third problem is plain conformity, where an idea gets popular and then everyone jumps on the bandwagon. Pretty soon you have all convergent thinking, no divergent thinking. And the antidote to this problem is actually called brain writing. All you do is you let people come up with ideas separately. And then once you have all the ideas on the table, then you take advantage of the wisdom of crowds to judge which ideas are promising and begin to elaborate on them. And as you're brainwriting, what I see most people do is they'll just come up with 5 or 10 ideas. And they say, look, I've got to find the perfect idea and then refine that as much as I can. But they're doing it all wrong because the best predictor of creativity is not quality of ideas, it's actually quantity. If you want to be creative, you need variety. And the first ideas that you think of are usually the most conventional. That's why you thought of them first, right? They were top of mind, they were easy to imagine. And it's only after you roll those out that you're really ready to be creative. So there's some evidence that in a brainstorming exercise or a brainwriting exercise, your first 20 ideas are actually less creative than your next 15. And that if you want to max out on the creativity, you actually need 200 ideas on the table before you hit the highest point of novelty.
Okay, so that's about brainwriting. Okay, so I hope you understand. I don't have more time to explain on that, but try to practice and search for more brainwriting techniques, right? And then in idea generation, you can also try to execute, to do the double diamond design thinking, right? Where at first you do a divergent thinking. This is where you do your brainwriting. Okay, all the ideas, you give up all the ideas, like 200 over ideas, then only you can get the best idea. And then you go for the convergent thinking. Convergence means you narrow down. Okay, so let's look at here. When diverging means that you throw out all ideas, but when it comes to the definition part, you converge. Okay, you go to the narrowing the scope, right? And also when you go for the next stage, idea generation, you do the converging again, and then do the diverging again, and then do converging. Okay, it might be a bit technical, but it's okay. We go through maybe some other times, right? So as for the idea constraint, idea screening or constraint, normally people will only see this part, the top of the iceberg, but people normally don't really see all these hidden needs. Okay, so to understand what is actually happening at this part, you can conduct the MOM test. Okay, the MOM test is the investigation part where you can ask the right person about your ideas. For example, in this case, he want to come up with a cookbook, apps cookbook. So he asked his mother, and then his mother's even said it's great, and then he even suggests for the vegan recipe to be included. All right, so from the MOM test, you can get more ideas from others. Okay, this is how you can screen the needs, okay, your customer needs. Okay, and then if you want to start a business, so please also consider to build your own BMC or business model canvas. This is how it looks like. It has 9 points here. The customer segment, and then what is the value proposition? Value proposition means the uniqueness of your product, and then how the product will reach to the consumer, and then how do you maintain the customer relationship, and then what are the revenue stream? What are the sources of money that will come into your company? Whether it is from training, whether it's from selling, okay, or maybe licensing fee. And then what are the activities that you should carry out in your business? Okay, like marketing, roadshow, and so on. And then the key resources, what are the things that you need in order for you to run the business? Okay, like you need a facility, you need a production area, and who are your key partners, your suppliers, your key partners, your customers, and so on. And then the cost structure, right? So, and this is the product development stage where you will need to carry out few experiment. Like in food science, we need to do the test for the extensibility of noodle, for example, and then the microbiological part. Then what are the suitable packaging, whether it's a retorting or whether it's a vacuum packing, and then what about the physicochemical properties, the pH, the bricks, and so on, right? And then after that, you move to the fourth stage, which is the brand positioning as well as production. You have to compare yourself, your product, to the existed product in the market. So this is the example of fashion in the fashion area. I don't give my product as an example. You can check later on through Google. All right. You can have the X and Y axis based on your preference, whether you want to compare the price, whether you want to compare the properties. So try to plot where is your product. Is it here? Is it at high price but not fashionable? Then people will question you, why your price are so high, but you are not fashionable. Okay, we might go for Armani Junior. So what makes you want to position yourself here? Okay, you must have all these answers. Yeah. So this will help you to have a strong confidence about your product. And then go for market testing. Again, you try to give people with all this nice packaging and so on. You can check on internet as well about Laraba and Vita Coco, how they did their market testing, how Laraba actually find a very good distributor who helped to sell her product. Because sometimes all of these things is kind of luck. When you do business, it has so many factors. Okay, sometimes you may go through everything with luck. So just wish you have a very, very good luck in business. And in terms of Vita Coco, I love to share with you the story is that he is very keen in doing business. Believe me, he only got his profit after 7 years. Okay, after 7 years. So just imagine how long is the journey and how resilient he is, right? And then this is an example for market testing for Una Coffee. We did compare with the top premixed product in the market, Old Town and Nescafe. Super, we choose because of the price is relatively cheaper. And Alhamdulillah, Una Coffee being rated as the highest among all. This is we did this a blind test because we don't label any brand name. We just give to the panel blankly, only with the coding. So these are the coding used, right? So Alhamdulillah, from here we know that it tastes good. Try to ask Dr. Efri, betul tak Dr. Sedap tak? Okay, and then other than that, we also have the opportunity to validate your product by the expert. So if you are focusing on food, try to find the institution where can verify your product. In our case, we have SIRIM and also Majlis Reka Bentuk Malaysia, and they browse through the product. They have their own form, and then they said yes, this product is ready to be marketed. Okay, and then of course you do road tour, give people to test your sample. We have so many consumer, okay, like maybe thousands. And here is the roadshow again, the roadshow with the chief minister of one of the state in Malaysia, Negeri Sembilan, and then other roadshow. This is last year when I was invited to Universitas Andalas, Indonesia, with Prof. Novi, Safe Network. And then this is where I got the opportunity to be in London for 2 weeks early this year, just before the lockdown, where I got the scholarship to attend Leaders in Innovation Fellowship by the Newton Fund. I learned everything. I can say everything about business, and I have David Russell as my mentor. Okay, and then when you are confident with all those tests, you can go for commercialization, right? So I will not show you this video, but I will give it later to Dr. Efri, and then you can browse through. When you go for commercialization, it is very important on how you persuade your consumer, right? So please watch this video later. Okay, so in order to be an innovative person, okay, these are the 5 things that being listed by the Innovators DNA. I really love this book. If you want to buy, please Google, you can find in Amazon, right? So first, as a innovator, you need to question a lot. Ask the 5 why, 1H question, what, why, when, how, and so on. Okay, and then be alert of your surrounding. Observe. Okay, you may go to conferences, you may go to the shopping mall and observe. All right, what are the latest trend in your area? And then it is very good to have a strong networking, because this will help you a lot. So in business, normally we rely so much on the networking, because when we need something, we just ask our friend, and then he will suggest us to a better place where we can get the supplies, where we can do A, B, C, and so on, right? So it's very good to have good networking. So as a student, for example, be involved with your community, student community. Okay, be good with your lecturers, join the competition so that you can broaden your networking. And then as a researcher or as an innovator, you need to experiment your idea. So again, it goes back to the process just now, the process development, product development process, where you need to experiment and then validate your idea. Lastly is associating, where you try to connect all of these points together, right? So as Steve Jobs said, creativity is just connecting things, right? So once we be able to have the big picture, inshallah, we can be creative and innovative. And I would also suggest you to read further on TRIS. TRIS is the theory in inventive problem solving, where this Russian fellow, he studied millions of patterns and see what are the common things between them. And he came up with this mind map, 40 inventive principle. You can just browse through this the book, and you definitely will get idea on what is best for your innovation, right? Okay, and then this is some sharing on my entrepreneurship journey. This is the very popular millionaire artist, but he has a very he has a lot of business revenue, business channel. So he did on advertising, on marketing, as well as entertaining. And then this is the investors, okay, digital marketer expert. So we have a monthly meeting. I have a monthly meeting with my mentor, David Russell. So we have a lot of program arranged by the Leaders in Innovation Fellowship every month, and sometimes every 2 weeks until next year, inshallah. So I gain a lot from here. So we also sponsor some of big stage is the television program. What we said, rancangan apa tu ya, rancangan menyanyi macam tu. Saya pun kurang tengok sangat, right? So we sponsored the artists for brand awareness and brand visibility. This is some of our dog gift set. These are the things that I said, different revenue, meaning that you are not selling only your product, but you change it, make it more creative looks, make it into gift set and so on, right? So these are some of our stories being featured in television and then in newspapers, okay, this is also in television, and then in Bernama TV, as well as I love to write in my own page, which is Dr. Aida Azmi Official. All of you can go and like that page. You can follow if you want to get more knowledge on food science and technology. But frankly speaking, when I already quite busy with business, I write less. But Alhamdulillah, it always being viral by the community. So I got good coverage for my writing. It's very good because people get to know you, and sometimes people come to me for consultation and so on. This was last year. We won few awards, and this is also last year. As an entrepreneur, I need to be actively searching for the grants and fund, but I did not make it. I just make into the finalists of Superb. But here I have a very good networking with the 59 others participants, right? So this is the networking we have in business. And Alhamdulillah, this year we was also selected as the finalist for Malaysia Commercialization Year. And actually today is the part of the program where our company will sign an MOU with Universiti Teknologi Mara for Fit Your Future program, where we actually train students on digital marketing. Okay, it is actually part of our social responsibility, where we want students to be equipped with other knowledge, right? And then at the same time, they can apply not only to sell our product, but other product as well. And this year, Alhamdulillah, I'm the only one who won gold from my faculty. And just recently, I forgot to add here, we also won gold in international competition, Alhamdulillah. So this is my team, me as a CEO, and then I have Daros as corporate manager. This is my sister, Atira, and this is our R&D executive. Not my sister, but she looks like my sister, and also the name, Alia Nazmi Binti Azmi. Okay, and this is our small processing plant. Please pray for us so that we can move to a bigger plant, hopefully, inshallah. This is where we officiate the office, right? On the 8th of August. This is some of the photo during event. So how would you build the networking? You can get it freely actually, but just browse. You need to be proactive. Okay, search for all the free scholarship. Like in this case, leadership training in Japan for young professionals. Every country will send 2 participants every year. Every cohort, and they have like 2 cohorts every year. I also have a friend from Indonesia. Here is Yuri Pratama, who is now doing the sea urchin business. We have Siti from Jogja. So I have all 18 friends from all over ASEAN. This was a free sponsored program for 2 months in Japan, right? And then I also involved with the attachment with the industry for 6 months. And then this is in UK for 2 weeks, where we broaden our friendship to Egypt, Jordan, and so on. Okay, so these are the networking we have. Okay, some food innovation for this during these 8 years of career development. I did secure a few grants, and this is my product, gluten-free chicken nugget incorporated with pineapple core, which is actually high fiber nugget, right? And this is our market testing. The MD is here, and this is also part of the market testing. And I also developed vegan coconut spread. It's allergen-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, and it's very colorful. All right, this product is conducted with a company in the UK. So because of that, they sponsored me to UK and also to Turkey for free. So we also develop functional noodles from beetroot, from pumpkin, as well as spinach, right? And this is jackfruit jam and marmalade, as well as gummy, and also jackfruit seed chips from bamboo shoots product. Okay, and this is the one from UK, and this is my friend in US. So hopefully one day we will be able to penetrate a global market. So if you ask me what is my big why, actually I always try to find the reason for me to be with our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I come across to this hadith where he said, peniaga yang jujur, okay, yang amanah will be with Nabi and orang-orang yang jujur dan syahid. So hopefully I managed to do that through this business. And then it is also my passion, where people always said, Aida, you look very energetic. Yeah, maybe because the passion becomes the fuel to me, okay, to stay motivated. And then, and maybe this is what I want in life, because through business, I can give more. It is not in terms of money only, but also through the knowledge sharing, like what I did today. We can share and then inspire others to be an entrepreneur or do innovation or whatever. All right, so that is my ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word where you find reason to live, right? And what do you need to be successful? It is actually you, right? So know the reason you start, so you have no reason to stop. All right, with that, inshallah, I finish my presentation. So this is our website, Facebook and also IG. Please follow us, all right, to know more about our coffee. So thank you very much, everyone. So I welcome any question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Aida, for interesting and inspiring presentation. And there are innovation which can take from agro-industrial material. And so just innovate and let's start. Is that right, Dr. Aida? And okay. Now it's time for a Q&A session during 15 minutes maybe. If anyone has any questions, her directly. So the first question is, Bobirian.
Yes. Check. Does my sound clear?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Dr. Aida, for a very inspiring sharing and presentation. First, I wanna really want to know about some at your presentation. You said that you oftenly have consultation with your mentor. I just want to know just how important is to have a mentor in your business innovation or at your business development. Just how important it is to having a mentor. Is it a mandatory requirement, or just for additional consulting? That's from me. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bobby Riento. Regarding the mentorship, for me, to be honest, I would say if you want to go fast, find a good mentor, because mentor will reduce the tendency for you to do fault, right? Because you can always consult your mentor. You can ask them their experience and then their advice. For example, sometimes we, like myself, I'm a lecturer, but I'm not familiar with business. This is the first time I go to the business area. So sometimes there are something that I did not think of. For example, what if the lockdown prolonged? Have I prepared all my materials and so on? Is it enough for the demand? Because we face a shortage of our supply because of the immediate lockdown. So that kind of thing sometimes we because maybe we focus too much on other things, so we forgot to think about what is important. And then my mentor also supplied me with a very good articles to motivate me, because as a business person, sometimes being demotivated is normal. Okay, and when you are demotivated, you feel like, why do I start? Can I just stop? But of course cannot. You cannot stop because you have your staff, you have things for you to take care, you have to pay your overhead. So how do you be resilient in terms of that? So I need a mentor who will give me good motivation, and sometimes he also always said to me, don't be too hard on yourself, because sometimes we don't realize that we push ourselves too much, because certain things we have to let go, certain things we have to really concern about. So for me, it is advisable for you to have a mentor. So like my mentor David Russell, he is very nice guy. He shared with me his entrepreneurship journey. He is actually the consultant for big company like Nestle. I forgot the name, but in the UK. So he has a very good view on business aspect, and that helped me so much. So try to find one who can actually back you up in terms of your motivation, at least.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hope it answer you.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Aida. Okay, next, second question from Ahmad Kamal. Ahmad Kamal, please.
Okay. Did my voice clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, thank you, Dr. Aida, for the insightful presentation, and thank you for moderator to give me a chance to asking a question. I wanna ask a question. What should we do when our innovation is not really our society is not really ready to accept our innovation? Like the biodiversification of styrofoam from lignocellulose in our society is not ready to change it change it to lignocellulose, where is the more biodegradable. So what should we do to our innovation is ready to accept in our society? Thank you. Sorry if my English is not very well.
Mr. Ahmad Kamal.
Yes.
Can you please repeat? You mean you already have your product?
Not really. Is this in my idea, but I think in my society is not really ready to accept our innovation.
Okay. So it's about the target market, or is sometimes okay. When you want to be an innovator, first you must have a big heart. Okay. Sometimes not everyone will see the potential of our innovation. So this also happened to other people as well. So you just imagine, like a simple example, the one who wrote the Harry Potter story. How many times her story being turned down? But at last, she finds someone who really appreciate her work, and it becomes boom. So the same thing like you. So don't be demotivated. Try to follow for at least the step that I show you, and then try to be with people or follow people in that area, so that you can have more ideas on how to develop and strengthen your product, so that it can beat product in the market and also being accepted. Because sometimes we cannot force people to accept our innovation. It is same thing like our coffee, because the most important thing is how to persuade. Okay, it come again. So how to persuade, later on you can watch the video. And also sometimes we need to understand the right time, the right people, the right place. Okay, so just don't give up. Just don't give up. So just focus and strengthen your research, and find someone who can actually fasten your process. Right? Okay, all the best.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. And maybe this is the last question. For the last question is going to Zara Marina. Please, Zara.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Dr. Aida, for this stunning presentation, and Miss Desi for giving me the opportunity to ask question. I'm sorry I can't turn on my camera because my signal was unstable. So my question is, I'm curious about your opinion on how to develop a business during a pandemic, because if based on data, people's finances are unstable right now, which might take people think twice about buy a product. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zahra. A very good question. Actually, everybody is impacted with this pandemic, even with Una Coffee. But during the first lockdown, to our surprise, we hit the highest sale during the first month of lockdown, because during that time people has nothing to do. Everyone is at home and they are on their phone, so we managed to reach these people. But now, as the pandemic prolonged and we understand that the economic situation of most people are affected, many people are being deployed now, right? So what I can suggest is that keep up with the latest technology, especially on IT, because it will help you to also fasten the process of your business process. Try to always read, follow all the business mentor out there, okay, and find problems. Okay, normally people will say avoid problem, but as entrepreneur, find problems, because we are selling the idea on how to solve problems. All right, so look around. Based on the 5 elements of innovator, be the observant, look around, what are the needs of people, what are the things that people need the most right now, and try to create or innovate and start business with that idea. Start small. You can start with your money, or you can start with your maybe a pool of your friends, but always believe that Allah will always give us the way out. Because maybe I don't share with you, I actually started my business with the fund from angel funder. Okay, I did not expect that at all, but I just tell my so-called sister, I said I want to build up a business, but I don't have enough capital. And she just asked, how much do you need? I said maybe 30,000. 30,000 is about like what, 90 million, like 900 millions or juta. And then she suddenly take the checkbook and write down 30,000 ringgit for me. So that kind of miracle and amazing thing could happen to you as well. Okay, so just as a Muslim, believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just find the problem, try to use all your network, all your knowledge to create a business. So inshallah, hopefully.
Okay, Miss. So first, we need to find the problems and we need to find the best solution.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Zara.
Okay, thank you, Zara, for the question. Is there still more time in the committee? Is there still more time?
Yes, Miss Desi, there's still more time.
Okay, maybe we can going for the question from Indrin Raini. Maybe Indrin Raini, please.
Thank you for change. My question is, wait. I'm sorry. For Mrs. Aida, I want to ask about your product, Una coffee. It's using plastic bottles, right?
Yeah.
Is there a was consideration in the planning or decision to use plastic bottle as packaging in your product, or how, Mrs.
Okay, thank you, Indri. It's a very good question. Right now, because of the situation, because we need to survive in the market, we have to find whatever can be sell fast, and we have to take the solution of having something which is easy to have, like our Shake Your Style Una coffee. But we do consider about the environmental problem and so on. That is why we also launched a campaign of reduce, reuse, and recycle of our bottles. So at least we become a responsible company. And hopefully, if we manage to to get a big fund from maybe the investor, we can plan for a better types of packaging. Because as a startup, we have a limited resources, we have a limited capital, and it is quite difficult for us to go for a better option because of the price as well as the bulk quantity, meaning that the capital is large. So we have to do with whatever we have at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Hope that answer you as well.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, maybe the time's up for Q&A session. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Aida, for answering the question and for the great presentation. It's a pleasure to have with you, with us, and please applause for her.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for
Dr.
organizing.
Aida. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, after this, maybe we would like to present the ceremonial gift, like a certificate to you for sharing your presentation in this session. And to present the certificate, kindly be shown by logistic.
Yeah, this is nice. Receive with thanks.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Aida.
Yeah.
Now, we will hold a photo session, and all the participants are welcome to take a position. And please to logistic to arrange us maybe. Please for the committee, for let's
Okay. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. For participant who hasn't turned on the camera, please turn on the camera for this session. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Because there is more than one slide, I will repeat the step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's enough. Please, moderator, to take the control.
Thank you, the committee. Okay, so I'm going to close the session. Thank you for your attention and stay safe there. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I give the screen back to Naila. Naila, please. Thank you, Dr. Aida.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye. Thank you, Dr. Efri. Jumpa lagi.
Ya, jumpa lagi.
Wabarakatuh.
Ya.
Thank you, Dr. Aida. Okay, now we're going to take a break. We're going to play a game. For our amazing speakers, I would like to apologize because this game session, we're going to use Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, so my apologies for the speakers. Oke, sekarang kita mulai pakai Bahasa Indonesia ya, karena udah mulai ice breaking. Oke, untuk Anggita mungkin bisa langsung share screen. Oke, thank you Anggita. Jadi kita akan main Kahoot sekarang. Ini nanti pemenangnya yang pemenang juara 1 sampai juara 2 bakal ada hadiahnya. Biar dari tadi kita ngomong bahasa Inggris kayak pusing ya. Juara 2 bakal dapat hadiah. Oke ya.
Udah lumayan banyak nih Teh Naila.
Ini ada lagi nggak yang mau join? Udah mulai nih.
Ayo ditunggu 1 menit lagi. Boleh
Aduh, yang belum join. Siapa nama pembicara yang baru saja?
Keren banget nih Teh, banyak banget yang merhatiin 29 orang bener tuh.
Pada merhatiin berarti ya Teh.
Yang satunya lagi cuman salah ini doang ya,
Iya, dokternya.
dokternya.
Keren, Kim
Waduh,
Dosan.
Kim Dosan. Oke, pembicara pertama tadi berasal dari
Betul kan nih? Dari para Malaysia.
yang paling tahu. Aduh. Ada 10 orang tuh, siapa yang
Dari Unpad enggak.
dari Unpad. Oke, next.
Ya, Kim Dosannya turun. Pembicara berikutnya siapa nih abis ini?
Ayo, siapa yang merhatiin konsepnya tahu nih?
Waduh.
Waduh. 10 orang doang nih dari 70 orang.
Ini siapa ya? Aduh. Siapa tuh yang suka nonton?
Nah, temanya ini adalah ayo.
Baca Teh.
Lanjut.
Oke, lanjut aja kali ya.
Ingat ya, yang juara 1 sama juara 2 bakal dapat hadiah.
Ini apa nama bahasa Malaysia-nya guru?
Iya.
Yang
sering-sering
pada nonton ini pasti tahu nih.
Keren banget. Ada yang typo ya, cek
dulu ternyata.
Ada yang jawab ujung anjing teh.
Oh iya, udah ujung anjing. Oke, masih ini siapa ini? Piu.
True or false nih, true or false. Tema pembicara selanjutnya nih.
Bener nggak tuh? Benar. Wah, tersusul sama Nun nih. Lanjut dua pertanyaan lagi. Ini makanan khas Filipina apa ya?
Halo, kuek.
Oke, 10 orang doang nih yang benar. Oke.
Terakhir.
Ya, terakhir.
Berapa tinggi tuh patung Morgan?
Berapa coba tingginya? Pada tahu ternyata, Nail.
Iya, pada tahu.
Siapa nih juara pertamanya, Nail?
AFM.
AFM siapa nih?
Teteh.
Juara kedua Teteh, dan yang ketiga. Mantap.
Siapa nih Nur sama Teteh nih dikasih hadiah nih?
Ini 2 aja atau 3 nih yang dikasih hadiah?
2 aja Teh kayaknya. Cukup sudah.
Siapa ini?
Ayo Nun sama Teteh siapa nih? Ayo ngaku. Kamu dikasih.
Kalau enggak dapat hadiah nanti.
Iya benar. Nun siapa Nun? Tunjukkanlah dirimu. Yaudah Teh, kalau nggak ngaku berarti kita nggak kasih hadiah ya.
Iya, nanti nggak dikasih hadiah nih.
Oke. Nanti tinggal chat aja ya ke panitianya siapa yang menang, nanti dikasih hadiahnya.
Tapi harus di screenshot namanya, nanti banyak yang ngaku-ngaku lagi main.
Duh, itu. Iya bener. Oke, mungkin karena udah durasi ya, mungkin kita nanti yang menang chat aja ya ke panitia.
Yeah.
Oke, kita lanjut aja ya kita. Oke. We are now going back to the main session again. Ya, mulai pakai bahasa Inggris lagi, guys. Oke. I'm going to introduce you to we're going to move around. Let me introduce you to Miss Anting Wulandari as one of the moderator for today also. How are you, Miss Anting? Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm fine, Naila.
Hello, Miss Anting.
Hello, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Hello, Miss Anting. How are you?
Fine, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Miss Anting, to be one of the moderator for today in Universitas Pajajaran. Without further ado, Miss Anting, time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you, Naila, for time given to me. Ladies and gentlemen and students, now we will listen to the presentation from second speaker, Dr. Hanilyn Aguilar Hidalgo. Hello, Dr. Hanilyn.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, so the presentation.
Hi, Dr. Hani. Hello, Dr. Efri.
Okay, the presentation about is innovation in your DNA, discovering your disruptive innovation skill. But before the presentation start, let me introduce herself. I will read her CV. Dr. Hanilyn Aguilar Hidalgo has pursued her bachelor degree in agribusiness management with the predicate of cum laude from University of Philippines, Los Banos, Laguna, Philippines. Bachelor of Law at University of Nueva Cereces, Philippines, and both master and doctoral in business administration at Ateneo de Naga University. She is currently working as an associate professor at Central Bicol State University of Agriculture and become organizer of the Young Scholar Initiative. She also became program development coordinator from 2018 until now, and in the Asia Pacific Sustainable Agriculture, Food and Energy Network. And a lot of awards and major accomplishment in international and national also achieved by her. She has some significant publications too, such as development barrier of stingless bee honey industry in Bicol, Philippines, and livelihood of a mountain site in Vietnam and Philippines. Are they threatened from cold spill and typhoon? In addition, she also active in various seminars, conference, and guest lecture. Okay, because the time is limited, I can read all of them. I think that's briefly of our CV. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Hanilyn. The screen is yours.
Hello, selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, Dr. Hanilyn.
Selamat pagi, Dr. Hanilyn.
Thank you for inviting me here to speak something about agricultural industries, technology, innovation to your students. And I'm glad that I have been part of the Universitas Pajajaran because I've been there last year. So I was just happy to note as I was listening to Dr. Aida. Dr. Aida is my friend, and we met in way back 2 or 3 years ago. And she mentioned about the Innovator's DNA, and we didn't talk about our talk, and it just so happened that our talks were connected. So I already sent my presentation to your students, and I hope they could play it because my computer, the app in my computer, in my Mac computer suddenly crashed. So I could not play it on now because I just there's some problem in Apple today. I don't know if they can resolve it very soon. But yes, I will just be here while they play the presentation. I already gave it in advance because I was thinking that if there will be interruptions, then I am ready to present, even if there will be no connections or any problems that might occur. So, okay, please, can you play it now there from your end?
Komite.
I'm sorry, there is a little problem here.
Oh.
Okay.
The video, Abian. Mr. Hanilyn gave the video to us. Can you play it?
Abian.
Indonesia. My name is Hanilyn Hidalgo from the Philippines, Central Bicol State University of Agriculture. Well, your university, Universitas Pajajaran, is not a stranger to me anymore because I've been there last year. And your event today is related to my current research on innovation. That is why I am happy to share some preliminary results which I find valuable for the students. I was actually given the topic on agro-industrial technology innovation in the Philippines, but I am twisting my presentation to highlight how innovation is nurtured from the students. Is innovation in your DNA? Let's discover your disruptive innovation skill. The picture on the slide describes the motivation of my talk. Maybe for us, we haven't really felt yet this so-called Industry 4.0, since most developing countries like ours, it is just starting to emerge in a few industries. But we need to join the bandwagon before we are left out by other economies. So why care to innovate? The fourth industrial revolution has effected changes even in the educational landscape. This has altered the competences needed in the 21st century. And while the industries become more flexible, demands for new tasks and skills are developed. And if we want to join the bandwagon, we need to stay competitive, right? So the hyper-competition environment triggers innovation. Breakthrough products and technologies are developed from a leapfrogging or innovative mindset. And this entails generating a novel idea that creates a progressive impact to society. And as the region embraces radical changes towards industry revolution, the succeeding human resource base must keep up with the changing topography of the business and service sectors. Thus, competencies should center on disruptive change while creating fresh and cutting-edge technologies. According to the article of Norman and Verganti in 2014, there are two major kinds of innovation: an incremental innovation and a radical or disruptive innovation. Incremental innovation refers to the improvements within a given frame of solution, and that is doing better what we already do, while radical innovation or disruptive innovation refers to a change of frame, and that is doing what we did not do before. Incremental product innovation refers to the small changes in a product that help to improve its performance, lower its costs, and enhance its desirability, or simply result in a new model release. And most successful products undergo continual incremental innovation, intended to lower their cost and enhance effectiveness. The dominant form of innovation is not as exciting as radical innovation, but it is just as important. Radical innovations, on the other hand, seldom live up to their potential when they are first introduced. At first, they are often difficult to use, expensive, and limited in capability. Incremental innovations, meanwhile, are necessary to transform the radical idea into a form that is acceptable to the consumers who follow the early adopters. And the bottom line is, both forms of innovation are necessary. Today's students belong to the Generation Z, who are the next wave of talent in the job market. They are also coined as the digital natives because they existed along with the internet, social media, and mobile systems. And before long, they are expected to outnumber the millennials. And with the fast pace of technology, their behavior should keep abreast with the changing lifestyle. And as the region embraces radical changes towards industry revolution, the succeeding human resource base must keep up with the changing topography of the business and service sectors. Universities play a vital role in shaping the behavior of the succeeding generation of human resources like you. Exposure to learning activities and the level of interaction influences the response of the students to various situations. Hence, a culture of innovation positively affects the innovative behavior of students. In a study in China, innovative behaviors are found in students who have active personality. The type of environment simultaneously affects the innovation culture of the students. Students that are given more autonomy to work on their academic tasks positively relates to have demonstrated innovation skills. My talk is anchored from the theory of disruptive innovation, which was first popularized from Harvard professor Clayton Christensen's book, The Innovator's Dilemma. This theory describes a process of competitive response of smaller companies to established businesses by offering simplicity, convenience, accessibility, and affordability against the high cost and complications of existing products. Such is the reason why great firms fail because they only listen to their best customers and focus their investment on higher returns. And while new firms with disruptive technology focuses on these fringe customers and start a new trajectory that outperforms them in the long run. But just like other theories, it has its own weaknesses. The theory was applied by several business companies, but its popularity has led to different interpretations and was subjected to scholastic constructive criticisms. And while the theory has still many gray areas, it has already been used as a powerful decision making tool in industries and academics. However, for a disruptive thinker to become an entrepreneur, an idea from a divergent thinking process should be transformed to an opportunity. In the opportunity recognition framework of Peck and Cameron, it revealed that the emotions of an entrepreneur make a powerful impact to the decision-making process. Literatures associated with opportunity recognition led to two important elements in measuring disruptive innovation skill: curiosity and motivation. Studies prove that the students become engaged towards an idea when they are curious and motivated. This led me to use curiosity as one component of measuring the disruptive innovation skill of a student. Behaviors such as questioning, observing, experimenting, and networking are characteristics of innovative entrepreneurs that relate with association thinking towards opportunity recognition. Further studies reveal that motivation is a major influence of opportunity recognition. The growth needs and basic needs of Maslow's theory were blended as the influencing factors in the opportunity recognition. If curiosity leads to idea development, motivation facilitates in sustaining the idea. Literature suggests that the ability to discover ideas and reveal a person's alertness are triggered by factors that offer monetary, social, and psychological gains. Hence, the factors achievement, competitive urge, and monetary gain were used to further describe the measurement. Now let's see a sample of disruptive innovators manifest these skills in their field of expertise. An animator relates that he ignites the creative innovations of his students by asking questions, engaging in observations using the five senses, constant practice to develop a better output, and networking with their alumni and industry practitioners. Curiosity is really inherent in artists. On the other hand, three creative disruptors in furniture and food industries find active experimentation as a means to develop innovative business ideas and model. A furniture exporter disrupted the traditional models when a functional design was launched in the market where bamboo was used as a reflex sofa chair. The product was developed out of an accidental discovery that is mixed with active experimentation. The same behavior goes for the two disruptive entrepreneurs, where one has experimented on the concept of a democratized agriculture model and the other one on a non conventional concept of food business, making them survive in the industry for a long time. This young farming scientist relates how he changed the perception of traditional farmers when he introduced the idea that some plants grown in cold temperatures can actually be grown in a tropical climate like ours. For them to believe, he demonstrated and shared what he knew to the curious farmers. Monetary gain was observed to the students who were mostly under the state of poverty. Two students relate how adversity has led them to make use of their skills to develop an innovative product for economic gains. This may not be a major motivation factor for other entrepreneurs to create an innovative business idea, but this factor is critical for young generation like you who are about to start generating their own stream of income. Young, poor, and startup entrepreneurs are deemed to be motivated by financial gains. To sum up the variables in measuring the disruptive innovation scale, there are two factors that lead to disruptive thinking, and these are curiosity and motivation. Curiosity is measured by questioning, observing, experimenting, and networking, while motivation is measured by achievement, competitive urge, and monetary gain. Weeks before this event, I sent an online questionnaire to you. The students, you rated your answer based from your personal behavior on some specific instances related to curiosity and motivation. Based from the responses of the students in your university, here are some preliminary results. Let's see how curious are you compared to our Filipino students. The figures show that for both countries, students are described to be average in terms of curiosity skills, with questioning and experimenting as the lowest skills for Indonesians, while questioning and networking as the lowest skills for Filipinos. Do you usually ask a question? Well, for some, this could be an annoying behavior, but asking can actually lead us to spotting opportunities. Let's see how motivated are you. Both Indonesians and Filipinos are highly motivated with monetary gains as the highest contributing factor. Both students from these countries are rated as average in terms of competition urge. This is a good starting point for a disruptive innovator. Our motivations can trigger our other behaviors to support our goals. And with your student status, it is not a surprise to learn that financial gain is one powerful driving force. And with a lot of goals to pursue, we need money to make them a reality. Do you agree with me? I can sense some audience nodding in agreement. If we look into the entire disruptive innovation skills using a spider web illustration, it appears that students from both countries manifest the same level of behaviors with monetary gain as the prime motivation of students. But there seems to be lesser efforts in curiosity skills. Is there some truth in this? What should then be the areas that you need to work out in order to nurture that disruptive innovator in you? Perhaps you should be more inquisitive. Ask a lot. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Asking question doesn't make you a loser. You actually gain from it. Asking is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of humility. It is okay to ask. Then, come out from your shelves and start meeting and talking with the people who can help you pursue your dreams. Networks are not only confined with the people within your university or community. With internet and social media around, you can easily connect with people from various fields and industries where you can source information. Then try to experiment. Try doing it your own and learn from your mistakes. Experimenting is not always making a good result. When you have a bad result, you learn from it, and it makes the process valuable and worth sharing. Innovation is not just about a new thing. It may also mean breaking the traditions which are no longer useful or may need to change. Philippines, we have top 3 threats to our agriculture sector: climate change, and climate change. And this goes to show that climate change is a clear and present challenge, not just to our country, but in the global community. Perhaps you have heard from the news that we just had experienced a parade of typhoons. In a month, we had 5 strong typhoons. And these were the typhoon aftermath. Houses were damaged, trees were uprooted, towns were flooded, and lives were lost. There are speculations that effects of climate change may have caused these impacts. And this is where we need innovators, disruptive innovators that could mitigate the impacts and still save our planet before it is too late. As I end my presentation, let us go back to the question: is innovation in your DNA? Is curiosity part of your habit? What is your driving force right now? You know better how to answer these for yourself. But the good news is, if you are not born with it, you can cultivate it. Terima kasih, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your presentation, Dr. Hanilyn. Give applause for Dr. Hanilyn. Okay. So I think this is the interesting and informative presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, you can ask directly to Dr. Hanilyn, or you can chat in the room chat. We have 50 minutes, so I think the questions are limited to around 3 questions. So please, you can ask directly or chat in the room chat. Please. Okay. Everybody, everyone, there is no question. Or do you understand?
They don't
Okay. Maybe from committee, if any question. please, or Bu Efri, maybe. Okay. From Sasvia Ayu, please, Sasvia Ayu, you can ask directly to Dr. Hanilyn. Sasvia Ayu.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anting.
Okay.
But sorry for unstable connection. Dr. Hanilyn, good morning. I want to ask to you, it's a good presentation from you that is so innovating in how to explain your presentation. So my question is, wait for a minute. Sorry.
It's okay.
How?
Sasvia, are you difficult? If you
Jadi gini Miss, kalau gimana caranya kita bisa terlatih untuk bertanya dan bagaimana untuk menumbuhkan rasa ingin tahu itu lebih jauh.
Okay, I will help you. So, Dr. Hanilyn, Sasvia Ayu ask how to menumbuhkan apa create ya. So, Dr. Hanilyn, Sasvia Ayu want to know how to create the curiously further, and maybe I think self-confidence to ask for anyone.
Okay.
How to create the curiously further? Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like what Dr. Aida mentioned, we in starting a business, in finding a business opportunity, we have to find a problem, and we cannot find a problem if we are not curious, if we don't ask, if we will not observe our surroundings, our market, if we will not observe the trend. And that's what I did when during the lockdown. We have a farm. We have a rice field and orchard farm, but we wanted to make value out of it. So what I did was well, I got inspiration from Bali, Indonesia when I went there. And I look at how people would want to visit a farm. So I put up my own bathtub in the middle of the rice field. So that's where I am. That's how I thought of the new tourism nowadays, because it will our tourism will never be the same again, and because it has been affected by the pandemic, and people are not very much into traveling. Our speculation says that traveling will happen after 2 years, when all things will become to if things will be back to normal. Probably after 2 years people will begin to travel, and that's where we and now while before that period of going back to normalcy, we can think of other ways how to attract people in our area in tourism. So that's what I thought of when during the pandemic. So going back to your question, it's actually a skill to observe. Perhaps most of you are just we have this tendency of waiting, right? When we wait for a bus, when we wait for a ride, when we wait for something, we often observe the behavior of people passing by. And that's where you can actually start observing, start asking questions, start how they are how their behaviors are when buying a certain snack food, when buying a certain drinks, what are they looking for, and what frustrates them with the existing products, because that's where you can come in. You can fill in the gaps that exist in the current market. So I think that's how. I wouldn't say it's easy to nurture our curiosity, but it would take a lot of practice. If you do it often, then you can probably get into doing it more often. So if you practice it, then you can. It would be easy for you now to start observing, to start what Dr. Aida called as brain writing or brainstorming for yourself only.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you,
that is
Dr. Hanilyn.
okay. Another question asked to the Dr. Hanilyn. Okay, ask me. Please ask to the Dr. Hanilyn.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, Doctor. Yes, hello, Dr. Hanilyn. First things first, thank you so much for the very informative presentation. I have a question regarding the sense of curiosity and motivation that you mentioned, because it is very important to pursue an innovation. How do you maintain the feeling of curiosity and motivation for a longer term? Because for me, usually I can feel very motivated today, and then it will be gone in like the next 1 or 2 days. And especially because we're in the middle of a pandemic, we can sometimes feel down or kind of feel discouraged. So like, how do you can maintain that feeling of motivated and that feeling of curiosity, even though things can get kind of hard and when certain things can happen? Thank you.
Okay. I think you have to focus to your goal, to your purpose, to your goal. What is it that you really want to achieve in your life? For example, if you want to put up a business, then focus on that goal, because no matter what feelings, because motivations are based from feelings, from emotions. Because no matter what feelings you have, if you have that purpose, if you have that goal in mind, you will never go wrong with your direction. So I think the most important thing is, what is your goal? What do you want to achieve? What is your short-term or long-term goal? And if you are really committed to achieve that, then it would be an easy part for the rest of the skills, like motivation, curiosity. If you have the commitment, if you have the power to, if you have the what do you call this, dedication to achieve that purpose in your life. Because if not, if you don't have any purpose, then it means that you have nothing to pursue, you have nothing to achieve. So you will be redirected to other paths which may come in, and probably some people will be affected by the pandemic. But if you are focused to what you really want in your life, then I think that would make your path straight, or your direct. That will set your direction, and of course, the motivation will come in.
Okay, ask me. You are satisfied from your answer?
Very, very satisfied. Thank you, Dr.
Okay.
Hanilyn.
Okay, next, dari Siti Fatimatul Fadila. Please, Siti
Okay.
Fatimatul Fadila.
Yes, Miss Hanilyn, I want to ask, as we know, Philippines and Indonesia is an dangerous local natural area, like typhoon, flood, and especially we are in a pandemic condition. I want to ask, what should we do first in doing some innovation during this condition? Is it technology, food security, or what sectoral, what we can do first?
Okay, during this pandemic, I have seen a lot of entrepreneurs in my locality during the time of pandemic, and they make use of this online delivery system. And actually, a lot of people become entrepreneurs during the pandemic because they saw the opportunity rather than the problem. Okay, so because they saw this opportunity, people are not going out, so they try to use their social media to order iced tea at home, to send a lot of snack food at home because people aren't going out. So they were able to do something that would address the problem of these people. And well, other forms of innovation where innovation would not actually mean just innovating the content. It will also mean innovating the process, like the food system, the market. We have this mobile market already in our during the height of the pandemic. We have this mobile market where the market goes around the different places, and people will just go out and buy something from while they pass by. So it actually depends on what your target market is looking for. So one of the things that actually people are doing now in my place, we have this barter system. Well, barter is not an innovation, but we try to make use of this old system because if we want to throw something, it's actually it may be a valuable thing for other people. So they barter it with things that they have, and we actually have a lot of barter groups now in my place. And people are enjoying bartering because they don't have to sell it; they just have to exchange it with the things that they want. And people who have that item would also do it to others. So, and I also participated in it, and it's really a good thing because you are already decluttering your things at home. You are still getting some grocery items or things that you want to have now. So there are so many things on which we can back on, which we can think of. We just have to focus on who will be your market and what specific problem you want to solve from that market. Okay, because all products that we should think of right now should be market oriented, should be based from a problem. Because if it's not a problem, if it's something that you created for yourself and you want to offer it in the market, then it's a very difficult strategy on how to convince people to buy from you when in fact they don't need it. So you start from their need, you start from their problem. What do they want? What do they need? And then you can start offering them to solve their problem.
Okay, thank you. How Siti
you.
Fatimatul?
Yes.
Satisfied?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Hani. I think the time is over to discuss together. But I like you said, if the question is not show the weakness, but show the ability. I think like it. Yeah. No. So, but before we close this session, this is the gift ceremonial from the committee, the certificate. So please the committee, you can share screen the certificate to Dr. Hani.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hani, for presenting the nice topic today.
Okay. And maybe we'll take a photo.
Yes.
Together. Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Please committed, take a picture.
Okay, for all participants, please turn on your camera just for this session, because I noticed there were a lot of participants who haven't turned on the camera. Okay, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hanilyn. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Dr.
Bye,
Hanilyn.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Coffee.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hani.
See you soon.
Thank you, Dr. Hanilyn.
You have to come back again to Unpad, right?
Yes, with your invitation, of course.
Yeah, later we will design the collaboration.
Yes. Yes, yes, why not? We can do research.
Okay, thank you to Dr. Hanilyn and also for the moderator, Miss Anting. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule for being here. Okay, for the participant, there are some form that you will have to fill. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me share it to you. This is an absent for today's event. You will get a certificate as well. So it is required for you to fill in the form. Just a reminder again, you have to fill in the form, okay? So you can get the certificate for today's event. Okay, now we are already at the end of today's event. Thank you so much everyone for being here, and also thank you for our today's amazing speakers. There are Dr. Aida and also Dr. Hanilyn for being here today and shared such an incredible insights. Thank you for also thank you for our amazing moderator, Miss Desi and Miss Anting. Okay, before we wrap up today's event, let us close this event with praying first. Okay, pray based on individual beliefs begins. Amen. And done. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to fill in the form, and also don't forget to also attend the big event on Wednesday, 25th of November. It is the second week, the second part of Teen Agro-Industrial International Week. Don't forget to attend it, guys. Also, before we end it, we have to. Okay, we may take a pictures together. For Hanana, you may also everyone have to turn on their camera so we can take a picture together. For the last time, we are going to take a picture together.
Okay, let's wait other participants to turn on the camera. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's enough.
Okay, thank you, Hanana. Is there anyone who's having a trouble with filling the form? For the absence? Okay, I think not. Okay, maybe if someone's having a trouble with filling the form, you can always contact the me or maybe Abian, so we can help you. Also, don't forget, once again, on 25th of November, that's Wednesday, there's also the second part of Tin Agroindustrial International Week. Okay, don't forget to attend it. Okay. Okay, now because that's the end of today's event, you may leave the Zoom meeting. Once again, thank you all for being here, and I hope you will all have a pleasant day today. Thank you all.